Hey, what's going on, you guys? In this video, we're gonna go in depth and details on if you should go to college for music. Now, short answer, if for the short attention span people, yes and no. And why I'm gonna go very depth into that because yes, I mean number one, yes, if you have a plan, you have to have a plan before you go to school because I see so many people often go to school and they'll be like, oh, and I ask them like, what's your major? They're like, as liberal arts. And I'm like, okay, what are you trying to do afterwards? And they're like, oh, I have no idea, or oh, I don't know what I'm trying to do. And they're like, man, college is such a drag. I'm like, well, if college is such a drag, I mean, you chose to go to school, right? You're like, yeah, but I have no idea. I don't have a career. Being like, bro, now that's the big mistake for that everybody makes. Now that's why I put this at number one because if you don't have a plan, then school will not be fun or work. School or work won't be fun. So always have a plan if you want to go to school. You know, like why do you want to go to school for music? What is your career goal? How are you gonna add value to society? Where do you want to live, or how you want your life to be? You know, where you want to work, after college, like think about things like that if you're planning on going to college. This video is mostly for kids in high school or for like people that are much older that are thinking about going back to school. You know, number one, yes, if you have a plan. And number two, yes, if you are self motivated. Because school is a lot of self motivation. Like, you would have to have like a basic planner with you because the teachers don't remind you when you have a test or homework. Like, they do, but not as often as high school. So, always write things down. Always remember, have like self motivation, whether because also, like you have to also be self motivated to get up in the morning, go to class on time, literally. And most of the classes are like 2, 3, 4 hours. It really depends on the course and the school that you're in, but you have to be very self motivated. I realized throughout my years of college, I haven't finished college yet, but my I realized that you have to be very self motivated and self, like, kind of like self educated wise, but self motivated enough to pick yourself up. Even if you fail, or even if you're about to feel like you're about to fail. So yeah, number two, yes, if you are self motivated. Number three, yes, if you get somewhat of good grades, like higher than, let's say like higher than a C- grade, because I believe people that get like C's and B's, I feel like they can change if they go to college for something that they really want to do. If they have a realistic plan, I believe those type of people can change. But if your grades are like a C- or below, I wouldn't really recommend going to college unless like if you really, really, really deep down believe that you can change, that you can really sit down on your chair and do work. Those are mostly the C- and below people. Most of those people don't even go to school. So, you know, like, yes, if you get like some decent good grades, you can always rise up. You can always get scholarships while you're in school as well. So number four, we're gonna go into no. No, if you don't have like any type of scholarship or any like money to go to school, because people go to school and they go take out student loans. I highly would not recommend doing that because right after you finish college, you have to pay that back. So let's say 4 whole years. Let's say, for example, you have 40,000 and like they have to pay back in college, including room and dorm. So 40,000. Let's say an average American makes like 20 to 25,000 a year. It would take you at least like 4 years to pay that back because half of those money is going to your rent, half of those money is going to your, unless you decide to stay home after college, but you're not gonna want to stay home after college, especially most of you guys. But you know, so no, I would tell the person no, don't go to school if you don't have any type of scholarship, or like if your family can't afford it or anything like that. I would tell the person no, don't go to college. Go to a trade school, get a certificate, and you can probably go to college as you get older, but like, why, if you don't have a plan, like I said at number one, why would you go to school? So last but certainly not least, no, don't go to college if you don't want to stay in school for at least 2 years. Because people go to college, but they don't realize how long it really is. They're like, oh, this is like high school all over again, literally. And I'm like, well, I don't really look at it like that. I just look at it as the next level of my life. But I'm going more and more and more. So I would say no if you don't really want to around and stay in school for an extra like 2 years or 4 years. You know, it depends on the degree, or like if you want to become a doctor, it'll take you at least like 8 years, 9 years, 10 years to get that degree. Or some schools would be like 13 years. So yeah, that should answer almost like every question, every person's curious mind, that should I go to college. Short answer again, yes and no. If you have a plan, if you are self-motivated, if you get good grades. No, if you don't have a scholarship or have any tuition money. No, if you don't want to stay in school for at least 2 years. So I hope you guys enjoyed this advice video, and I will speak to you guys in the next video. Peace out.